there's always a fucking world spinning in the background. I don't know if it's like perpetually rendering, but like I thought it was an interesting thing because I noticed somebody like clicked to their map and then they clicked to their spaceship, and I'm like, that's interesting. Probably because like I was doing like a fuck ton of rigging at the time. I'm like, I noticed the layering order and how it was like not changing between like displaying the background and stuff, and I'm like, that's really interesting. But yeah, anyway, it was one of those like I saw too much. I don't know if I want that to be in here. I don't super want to put these indoors if I can, but I will still spread them out to about where I need them to be, so this will help me like line them up to go forwards. At least I kind of get one up in this corner. This is kind of nice. I don't get it there, I get it to be there. And we can put one here. And here as well. Might as well remove both at the same time, because if I'm going to put it here anyway, I might as well be able to put them both down. Let me grab the get rid of thing, the destruction one, because it'd be a lot easier for me to just do that on those spots than try to like narrow it down for that. There we go. Dev's calling a hit out on you because you broke the fourth wall. I probably broke somebody's fourth wall. I didn't even think about that, but I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. Not so much like the devs, but I could really see like somebody in the RimWorld community being like fired up about like that reality break and stuff that they now like can't ever unsee, because like I don't have the spaceship. So when I click to the world, like this isn't like perpetually rotating, right, for me. I don't know if I've got it turned off or what, right? But you normally do have, I think you've got like the, where is it? Where is the darkness at the moment? Darkness is like over here at the moment. So you get like a 9-day cycle that kind of like comes across the earth and shit. And yeah, you'll sort of see it come through as a wave. And when you're out in space, you just see this and you see that moving and stuff. And I can't remember if theirs was fucking rotating or if they were flying or whatever. But this was being consistent in the background. And I'm like, I wonder if that's always doing that in the background. And when I looked at mine, I'm like, obviously you have the stars. You can barely see them. But if you look really closely right here, do you see this little star that's moving past my mouse? Right? And same with this one, this really bright one. It's moving past my mouse. So the stars and shit are constantly moving and crap. Right? So there is like a movement going on in the background, like non-stop. And I reckon that that doesn't really stop. Like it might be one of those ones where it refreshes whenever it's visible, perhaps. But I could really see them just like leaving it and it just being like, oh, we're now in space and this is how they made space work, because it's the same thing as like a built-in place, but it's just you don't have this greenery. All this greenery just disappears and it's only what you built. Like I can see how that's been. It's just a transparency thing, as far as I can see. I don't do programming and crap, but I can like logic this stuff if I take a minute for it, you know. This is what rigging and shit has taught me, by the way, is to, as Snipe put it, is break the fourth wall in games, apparently, for other people. I'm sure like some other people do know that, and it's not like, it's not groundbreaking information, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know how many people do know, and how many people would be bothered by like suddenly knowing. It'd be interesting. Okay, so I think that's about as high up as I can take these. And I don't know yet if I've got them all in the right place over here. And they kind of look like they're all there. I don't think I've got all of them because some of them are built. But they do look like they're pretty well spaced out. Okay. Okay, cool. So I'll start... Oh shit, hold on. Give me that. I'll start working down the line then, if that's the case. I've never done these before, but I'm damn well going to space them out about as consistently as I can, which honestly isn't going to be perfectly useful. There's going to be like obviously little blind spots that don't have as many or have got like good advantage like shooting spots and stuff, and I will get like royally like fucked over with that. But like at the same time, it's about as good as this colony can get for like interior stuff, because like we haven't had any traps. We don't have any, like, apart from turrets. We do have a fuck ton of turrets. Fuck off, duck. I'm trying to get to the thing behind you, mate. We have an absolute fuck ton of turrets. Not as many as the last location, but plenty enough. People are having mental breaks. We do have raw food now, so they should be cooking shit. Hold on. We've got guinea pigs to go hunt. That's not a lot of meat, but honestly, I wouldn't mind keeping a couple of these because I don't know if I've got... Have we met the limit with the guinea pigs? We really haven't. Although we're getting fucking close though, so I could keep a couple, but they'll breed themselves out soon enough, and we need the meat right now, so I'd rather not. Pretty much once my people do get a little bit of stability with their food, which means that we can make it through basically next winter without completely running out. I will always have a certain amount of animal starvation. When you get more than 100 animals, you kind of just get that every winter. And you also get it with, like, if your animals are pregnant during winter, they will generally miscarriage and shit. There's not much you can do about it, honestly. Unless you do, like, a mercy culling before winter, which I did used to do at Salvation. I did used to try to cull all the calves as much as possible, and I would account for the fact that, like, basically all the pregnant animals were going to, like, you know, probably lose their babies and shit. So I just didn't account for that, and we'd normally come out of winter in a slightly better situation because we had less animals to hand feed in the beginning. But how we go and get into this? We're almost there. Nearly. Sweet. Okay, we'll have a venomatic power cell soon. I don't know if that's going in the caravan or if that's coming here, but if it's coming here, I don't really have a specific location for it. I haven't thought about it. I could put it technically in the prison because it should be one of the least used areas, but we will see. Let's get back down here. I'm pretty sure I'm on this bottom quadrant only left. My only problem is it is stupidly hard to see where shit is supposed to go because of I have a lot of animals and I have a lot of everything else is in this area too, so it's making it really difficult to see right now. I guess that would be there. I gotta go. See you next time. I hope the folks don't starve. I hope they don't either. It was good catching you tonight. I hope you're doing well, and I'll catch you around, man. Whenever I next see you, I'll see you. Yeah. Let's see if I can get these brought all the way over. I'm trying to find like a spot, like this centered bit will do. I'm trying to find a spot that will help me get it all the way across to one side so then I can go up and down with the fucking thing. Also, these ones aren't coming all the way to the edge, so I'm questioning, did I fuck that up? Did I not put it to the dead center? Is that what we did? I went over by one row on this bottom bit, but did I do it up the top? I did not. Okay, so I've only done it on this bottom. Holy shit. I've put all these in slightly wrong. It might not all be wrong, but a lot of them seem to be. Where is the next batch? There's one over here. I don't think I have any inside, and I don't want to accidentally grab any from that side either. Because I was going to say, I'm like, I went over and I went down, and I'm like, they're not lining up. Get rid of all that and get rid of... I might have got all of them. So... No, I missed a couple. Hold on. Get rid of that one. Did I miss any on this side? I need to be careful not to grab any from the other side. Fuck knows if I got them all. I'll notice once they're finished building it, they look like they're off. They'll look like they're out of line and stuff. Okay. So I think what I did wrong was I came through here and this was in line and that was great. Except that I have lost a couple through here because I was probably still too high up on the map. And my caravans arrived. So we will go take a look at that in just a hot second. I must have lost all of these. There we go. Okay. So before I forget, we want... I'll fix that up in a second. I want these in place first because if I don't put them in here, I'll fuck it up when I come back probably. It's one of those things. Be on this row here. And it doesn't hurt to like just get this right for a second. And I gotta get rid of that one. There'll be a couple of missing animal beds around the place that I've kind of like put in dumb spots because of this, but this is fine. I also think that by that logic, I need to put one here as well, which is correct. That's technically a thing, and then I can't put that there. Okay, where is that spare that I accidentally fucked up? Where did I put you? I didn't think you were this far up. I'm looking for something that should be like off by 1, and I can't find it. I'll find it in a minute. I'll go looking for it in a minute. Alright, so do the trade. We did the trade for that reason. Cool. And I don't know if you guys put the phantomatic thing on us. You did, but that's okay. We don't want to trade that with yous. What I would like to trade with yous is if yous want some clothing. Actually, first up, let's get all of their meat. I could grab their yaks to travel home faster. That wouldn't hurt us because we can cull them once we get back. Ostrich eggs, other components that we can take. I don't want any kind of... I don't want to take home the hype weave. That was not something we actually need. I could take home herbal stuff, but I do think we'll actually grow that. Thinking about drilling. Righto. Hats. You can take hats. I don't want weapons from you guys. You can take all of my additional excess clothing, which I carted out here for the shits and giggles of selling to you. And then if I could get some extra money off yours, because like I can obviously go to like the next trader over and I can buy like a fuck ton of stuff off them. A little bit almost. Slightly too much. Hold on. It's like still slightly too much. I'm not looking at like the exact numbers. This is why I'm not like perfectly balancing it out or anything, but is close enough will be good enough kind of thing. That's pretty fucking close. Okay, these must be like a fucking $1 or something. Oh no, they're very close in price. Alright, fuck it, that'll do it. Alright, so we're going to take a shit ton of food and a shit ton of that. There really isn't much else here, and I don't know if we can reach them. Oh, fuck. Are they really the furthest? Okay, we'll go to this one, and then we'll try to come home. Because we've still got like 17 days of food, and I don't want them to use up all of the food to get home. I know that these are primitive places, but primitive places will typically have like, you know, the raw food and stuff like that, or simple stuff. I don't want to be tempted to buy like a shit ton of packaged survival meals. My people should be making those if they can be making them. Like, we've still got simple meals, which is unideal, but this is fine. As long as they've still got simple meals and they've still got shit to go hunt, that works for me. Now, where did I put this mistaken one? Because I put one in here. That wasn't where I was supposed to put it. It was off by like a square or something. I don't think it was this far up. There it is. I know it was this far up. Okay. Let's slap you there. Okay, so I basically got to do like this whole section over and then down and stuff, which is kind of fine because I don't know for sure if I did this area before. And I got to get rid of that spot as well. So, yeah. Alright, well, bulk goods trader. Neat. I could do a bulk goods trader. Hey, mate. I fucking need to sell you guys like 50 odd shirts. I hope you guys are cool with that. In exchange, preferably for food. Arguably for food. Hold on, I need this in like name order. There we go. Okay. Who am I after? I'm after Corpsey. Corpsey, mate. Can you come and do a trade? I know you're coming up to sell an area, but these guys look like they're going to sit in this fucking spot again, or here, and be in like the hardest part to go trade with. But go trade with them. I do want their shit, preferably as soon as possible. I'm also going to use up an awful lot of steel building all these and all of my 5-foam puppers, but we do have a lot of underground things that we're searching for at the moment, so it isn't like it's a huge deal. It's not like it's a mega issue. I'm gonna make sure I don't go too far away from where I started before I get too far along. Because otherwise I'll lose where I am. That doesn't look right. That could be right, but I doubt that that's right. If this is this, that is right. That's right. So, fine. I don't know. I was looking at it a bit weird. This is fine. This is fine along this row. Can't put one there. I should be able to put one here. Can't put one there. Can't put one there, technically. I mean, I could try. One there, one there. I mustn't be able to put, yeah, I can't put it along the line where I want to there, so that's fine. I can get it here. So I'm kind of down near the hospital because as soon as I do the trade, it's going to like rip me up across the map and I'm not going to be able to see where I was. Where the fuck did the center line go? There it is. Okay, no, that's fine. Okay. And it looks like Turk probably needs like more medical care, but he's got to wait like a hot minute. So I'm just kind of down around the recreational space at the moment. And the reason why I'm trying to like say this out loud is I gotta remember where the fuck I was to come back to this in like a minute. Because yeah, I'm gonna need to put these back in line and stuff. I'm just gonna find where line is. There we go. I gotta figure out if there's a spot there. So you have a ram and you have some cows. I don't super actually want them, but if my people auto cull them, it'd be great. I probably also have got like a male young thrumbo in here that's probably not bonded like that. I could exchange that, but they are technically also meat, and if another one gets born, they'll get auto culled, so it's fine for the moment. Raw fungus. I don't want cloth. I don't want bird skin. Rhinoceros leather. I could do with probably some, just because like I can sell you guys a fuck ton of like anything I want, and like it could be wood, it could be hats. All of these look like they've been partially worn, and if I could get rid of a lot of the clothing that my people have, like I don't care, it's metal, they're not gonna smelt it. I'll just fucking dig up some new shit and like make a new one and stuff. But all of this is like less than 30%, and my people are down to only 124 tattered apparel. So yeah, if I take it up to 50, if we can make it a whole bunch more, then we should have most of my people not in tattered apparel. If I can keep them out of a tattered apparel and I can have everybody has a nice bedroom and everybody has their own bedroom and stuff like that, I can kind of keep the colony in a state where nobody's like psychotically upset. And I know I'm selling some of the good ones in here too, but this is fine. I do want to kind of prioritize getting rid of the percentage ones if I can. But yeah, if everybody's in a mostly good way, then a lot of the riots and tantrums will stop. And then I really only have to manage their food, which of course is critical, but yeah, it's manageable. That one's normal. That one's not. That one's normal. And that one was normal. And these 4 are normal. Okay, so that's still way too much money for what they have. I might have a few kind of sneaky normal-ish ones through here. I don't super want them wearing normal, but it's fine. Okay, these things are only like a couple of bucks, so I'm not going to like take them off there. Is there anything else that they may have had that I may want to buy? Because I could buy wood. I'm not a huge fan of buying wood, but I need to drop them down a bit of money, and I do want the crummy clothes to get gone, preferably. Any more animals or food? I could buy dye. Fuck knows what I use that for. Can be used to change the color of walls, buildings, and more. I have not dabbled yet, and I will later. What do we got? Bird skin, cloth. I'm pretty sure I've told them not to use cloth. Although at this rate, if we end up having like a metric fuck ton of cloth, I'll just start trading that crap too. Because it's like, it's basically like 11 grand that I can drop in money at any given time if I critically need it. And I do want to sell, I want to sell enough that I am only just getting like all of their money, ideally. I probably could have made this a bit higher up, but this is fine. I want to try to take all of their silver because this will help me make floors. Perfect. This will help me make floors. This will be like traded happiness, all that stuff. I didn't really buy too much gear. And I should be able to tell them to get gone from up the corner map in a hot second. I also want these urns to get destroyed too, ideally. So, there is a lot of food up here, and yeah, Corpsey's like starving. So when he's done, I'll get him to haul the pemmican stack. He's going to be busy for a while. But the other thing too is I should have colonists like racing up here to get food. If I could get them to take this down there, we'll have individual stacks that people are getting access to as well. So it's not like it's a big issue. I'll just grab some random colonists and just see if I can tell them to haul. Because I may have a couple of people that are specifically bagsing it, trying to eat it. But if I can get them to fucking bring it into the colony, that would be a lot better. And these guys should leave on their own. I don't know if that's the entire stack. I'll grab another person. And I know Camille is coming out for it. Camille should be like a cook, I'm pretty sure. So they should be wanting to bring this in. But if they're cooking, they're only coming up and grabbing a stack to cook with. If I force them to take it down into the kitchen, then once it's in the kitchen, they may cook with it or they may eat it. Although Shizuka's kind of like... I don't want to make Shizuka too pissy. And a panther's probably coming up to eat that. The point is, if I have a stack in the colony, people can access that stack, like, to cook or to eat. There's no stress, kind of thing. But if I leave it up here and one person at a time comes up to use it for ingredients or to eat it, it's going to expire. At least this, like, heightens my chance of that not happening. I know that a panther's coming up for that. If a panther is coming up to do some of this hauling, we should be okay. Plus there's a couple of sheep and stuff that I bought as well, and cows and crap, which people should be coming up to grab. So Xena's confused. So my people should be busy for a while. I do expect Shizuka to have a tantrum about this eventually, because I did tell her to do this for a while, and same with Corpsey. Now, I do want to get rid of this grid pretty soon, so I do want to kind of keep going. We were just like one row lower, but this is fine. I can take it across from here. Add it to there, and I was trying to figure out, based on this, where it would end up. This is this row. And Campbell's in a sad wander. Not sure why. He should be fine, but fuck knows, it's Campbell. And we'd be putting it on this out a bit. So it shouldn't take me too long, hopefully, to get this grid kind of like mapped out. This is just going to be for the IED traps, honestly. And then after that, I'm not even sure. Like, I'm... Maybe. Let me know if you guys are still there, because, yeah. Windows is like, hey, your shit broke. I'm like, cool beans. That's not a problem at all. Yeah, I don't know if I lost anybody with that just then, but sorry if you guys got disconnected. Between my internet and my computer, it's just how it is. Yeah, if I could get all these, like, down in place and stuff, that would be great. But I want to get rid of this grid. I will probably map out where the fire foam poppers are, roughly based on where all of these are. Like, I don't expect to do another grid with this again, but if I need to, I might. There to there. That one, yeah, and there's like none through that section. I was a little bit confused because I'm like, it's very barren in that spot, and I'm like, I don't super want them to be like that far apart, but there's going to be a few spots around here where I'm just not going to have a whole bunch of traps because, like, there's shit in the way. He's still alive. Yeah, what's 4 hours? I was literally just asking if like stream went down, because Windows is like, hey, your shit's offline, and I'm like, cool, that's not inconvenient. But let's wake up from 2.5 hour nap. Oh yeah. Wasn't it supposed to be like a short nap or something? Refresh my brain. I think it was supposed to be like half an hour or something. I don't know. But yeah, welcome back. It's, I'm like very slightly over time, but I'm putting in like security stuff around my map at the moment, and I've got the grid up for a hot minute, and it's a lot easier for me to see while I've got that, and then I'll get rid of it. That way I don't have to look at it again, ideally. But yeah, I hope your nap was good. And I was going to put these all around the outside of my base, but I was concerned that that would force all of the mech raids to end up inside my base all the time, forevermore. Completely defeating the point of having, you know, turrets outside. So I decided to do this instead. So this is what we're doing at the moment, is we are putting an absolute fuck ton of these down. And I do think I'm almost done. Like, if I've missed some, like, big whoop, I'll figure it out later. Okay, I think I've got this right. If I can find a turret to grab, I don't know which row they're on. Hold on, let me find one that's got one. What did 9 not do? Oh no, there it is. Okay, so I think it's roughly here. There. Okay, cool. It looks like it's gridded out nicely. And then go up a bit. There should be one on this row. Yeah. Okay, so there's going to be a gap there. And it looks like everywhere else is going to be pretty good. There's a couple of gaps. There's a gap here. There is like a bit of a gap in and around here. That one's going to be... This is probably where I'll get raids. As long as I know where I'm going to get them, I don't care. It's fine. And we'll get rid of this. And we'll save that shit. So it slept a little. Make a black tea to wake up some more. Oh yeah, that will do it. We managed to do a quest. We managed to get the Venometic Power Cell, which I don't know where I'm going to put that yet in the colony. Fuck knows where. They are on the way to another trader at the moment. So I'm hoping that that goes well. We've got a very, very small amount of food. Teeny tiny amount for my colony, and we're running low. We've bought some pemmican, and we've still got some simple meals and stuff like that, but we're bringing in a shit ton of meat and fungus and pemmican. We're trying to bring that inside to like cool it and stuff at the moment. Instead of cooking meals, can you haul that? I was gonna say I didn't allocate anybody to this pile because I couldn't see it before. But guess what you're going to be doing for the rest of the week, Darnus? You're going to be hauling meat. So yeah, between the massive stacks of meat that I bought and the caravan, which hopefully if we end up in... I know, we are in spring. Nice. Okay, so they should be moving a lot faster, and the 24 odd days shouldn't be a problem. They might rot those, but I might... If they can make it to that before this rots... I might sell them my simple meals, because I don't have a lot to sell, but I do have silver. If I can sell them my simple meals, the ship shouldn't technically rot. I don't know. Other shit in here might rot. I don't fucking know. Also, while I'm here, let's get rid of anything that was like a, what do you call it? A tainted thing. They should have like a T next to it. It was really just a gun, I think. Everything else looks like it's basically good. Cool. Okay, so we've jettisoned like a whole bunch of shit too that I can't sell, which is mint. And what else we do? What else did this lot do? They did some good shit. Got some plasteel, got some food, got some money. Oh, we got a caravan attack. That was it. The food situation has been constant this stream. I mean, it'll be the same like next stream as well. So next time I stream RimWorld, I will still be trying to rectify the food situation, because like I have 302 colonists, right? And while I do have like 1,400 simple meals, the problem I've got is I only have like 5-6 stacks of simple meals around the map, which means that only 6 or so colonists can actually access these stacks of food at a time, which means that most of them are having mental breaks because they think they're starving and they think there's no food, because one person's coming from the other side of the map trying to get food, and then they're bagsing it basically, or an animal's bagsing it because the animals are also eating it because I just don't have meat and I'm not getting wildlife because we just got to spring. So that is what the problem is. But they did plant, if you can see, they did a massive job. This is what I was just chilling, waiting for them to do all night, was to plant everything. The reason why I wanted them to do that and not distract them with other tasks, this is why sometimes it's just sit back and let your RimWorld, is, yeah, we're in spring now. If even half of this stuff gets collected, like if the animals were to eat half and we collected half of it in spring, it would help massively. It wouldn't just like help us make a shit ton of food. We'd also be able to resume like taming the animals and stuff. I may need to still balance the animals a little bit if we have too many. I also still have prisoners, which I'm reducing resistance of, which this guy is basically ready to go. Like if somebody walks up and talks to Camber right now, we'll have 300 colonists straight up and 2 prisoners, because we've got 302, but I'm counting my prisoners before they're in the colony, basically. And since it's spring, I will have to turn off all these like little heater thingies as well. I'll have to go around and turn off all that and make sure that the temperatures and stuff are good. But yeah, basically at this point, they're kind of like, they've planted everything. I have to kind of like carry them a little bit with traders and stuff like that into spring and into summer until we can harvest some of this. And hopefully we get a bit more fruition from like, you know, the plants. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the, what do you call it? The crop rooms and stuff. Hold on. Let's finish. I'll make it that only one of these like hydroponics maybe is making like cotton, because I really feel like we have sufficient like cotton at the moment. We've got like 11,000 cotton, and I've got a cap now on medicine. We capped the medicine to 1,000, so it can only make like 41 more, right? 41 more medicine, which means we're going to start having some herbal medicines for the animals and the prisoners, which means we will have a surplus of cotton, so I don't need to keep growing it. And, well, I need to keep growing it, but I don't need to keep growing it. When this becomes fully grown, I will replace that with, like, I don't know, fucking berries or potatoes or some shit like that. Something that's going to be nutrient dense for my people. And, yeah, I'm hoping that we don't get another fucking cold snap and lose everything, because that's what put us in this position. If we got that, like, I would probably have to cull back the animals, and I don't think that that's a solution. I don't think that that's going to resolve this, you know?